I just want to mention a few things now. I want to mention that after, we're having a lot of fun here, and this is great, but afterwards we have a book signing at the bookstore just 2 blocks east of here. You literally will go downstairs and walk out the front door and see the front door of the bookstore. Or west, sorry, just west. I've been describing east all day for everybody calling me for this place, but now I have to reverse that. So west, I always think of all the sort of conferences that go on here and the speeches given here. We have a pharmaceutical industry convention going on here when we're not here. And I always think it's funny that they walk out those doors and they see my bookstore. So it's pretty good. But I want to mention also all the people that helped get the word out about this, and that's We Are Change Austin, for one. It's a great group. They meet at the bookstore at 11:30 every Saturday, so please join them. The Deborah Medina campaign, they're doing great work, and we all need to support them. Get out and vote for Deborah Medina, March 4th. Lastly, I'd like to thank the University of Texas. Check this place out. I think we've arrived, Patriot Movement. They've been very accommodating, very lovely people, and they couldn't be nicer. But what you've been waiting for, not listening to the boring bookstore owner, but actually listening to the very exciting book writer, Mr. Griffin. I just wanted to say, look, I graduated from this university, so this is literally me coming home in some way. And I graduated with a degree in history and American studies. And on the first day of every history class, you have a discussion on a term. It's called cui bono. It's Latin for who benefits. And that seems reasonable, right? That seems instinctual. That's how we should construct history. That's how we should look at history. Who benefits? But every first day of class ends, and you have a long semester where you ignore that term, and you don't look at who benefits. And you ignore everything in Mr. Griffin's book, Creature from Jekyll Island. And so you graduate like I did, thinking that you know history, and that you know what the Federal Reserve is. I have a degree from the University of Texas. I have to know what the Federal Reserve is. Of course I do. But then you read Mr. Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island, and you realize you know nothing, like I did. And G. Edward Griffin had a profound effect on me. He gave me an education for $25 that I didn't get with a $30,000 degree. So I'm tempted to ask UT for my money back. I guess giving us this place to hold this is a start, so we'll take it on a layaway. I just wanted to express my thanks to Mr. Griffin for writing that book, and I think everybody needs to read that book. If you're studying history, if you're not really into history, it doesn't matter. It's a very rich lesson in civics and understanding where we came from and where we are in history. And I think everybody needs to understand it. It's a very, very important topic of how money works, where it comes from, who makes it, more importantly, and what that means for us. But I'll let him have a profound effect on you guys tonight. And afterwards, you can go purchase the book at Brave New Books if you feel so inclined. And Mr. Griffin will sign it for you. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce the legend, even though he doesn't like me to say that, the legend, Mr. G. Edward Griffin.